Hey guys, welcome back to another new exciting video, another new post from Tariq. So he posted that HTML is the new Markdown. Tariq is a developer at Anthropic and he's saying that he now prefers .html file instead of .md Markdown file. We know that Markdown files are the .md files and agent, any kind of AI agent, let's say Claude Code or Codex, they can understand these .md files effectively to understand the requirement or to understand the project structure. Now he's saying that I have stopped writing markdown files for almost everything and switched to using Claude Code to generate HTML for me, and this is why. So he have written a blog post and there he explained it in detail. Also he has created one website to explain it in detail that why this HTML is more effective than the markdown files, and also all of these areas like exploration and planning, code review, design, prototyping, diagram, research, report, decks. For all of these areas, you see that these HTML are more preferable than the Markdown. So I will discuss in detail that why you should also move from Markdown to HTML, and you will understand the effectiveness. So stay with me till the end. So what he has written, first paragraph, Markdown has become the dominant file format used by agents to communicate with us. It is simple, portable, and has some rich text capability and easy for you to edit. So for your understanding, guys, I have created one .md file and one .html file based on the same topic. So the topic is that explain me that how the car engine actually works. Now if I open this .md file in a let's say notepad, then you will understand. Here you see how car engine work, and inside this .md file you see this is a plain text, right? Now you can mention any kind of functionality or any kind of color of the car engine in the form of that hashtag color code or RGB color code, and also that is in the form of text, right? Now if I open the this .html, so here you see how a car engine works in the form of HTML. I have made it, and also all of the points, and also here you see this is a detailed diagram animations I have created, right? And also I have created it with the help of AI. So if I show you inside Claude Code, what I did first, I asked it, here you see, make a markdown file and explain how a car engine works, and after that it made this .md file, and after that I asked it that create a self-contained HTML file and explain how a car engine works, and use diagram, color, step-by-step animations, and make it easy to read on mobile. And after that, here you see it has created one goal, and after that it implemented this HTML file. Now you tell me guys, which one is more effective to you, this .md file or this .html file? Obviously this .html file is more effective to you, and you can understand more clearly how car engine actually works, because here you see this is a kind of animations, and also this step by step procedure, how power reaches to your wheels, and also this four stroke cycle, intake, compressor, power, and exhaust in the form of animation and diagram, you can easily understand, right? Now let's read what he is saying. But as agents have become more and more powerful, I have felt that Markdown has become a restricting format. I find it difficult to read a Markdown file of more than 100 lines. I want richer visualization, color, and diagrams, and I want to be able to share them easily. So when you are sharing one requirement with other people, and if you share this simple text as a markdown, then they will read it, and after reading some lines they will feel the boringness, right? Means inside the markdown there are hundreds 200 kind of lines, right? And it is not easy to read all of that lines. It is more easy to understand these visuals and animations, right? Why HTML? Here you see information density, means there you can include this table, design, illustrations in the form of SVG diagram, code, images, and special means canvas and coordinates you can mention, and also you can show the workflows. Let's say these workflows that I have created, this is a kind of workflow, and also these interactions like slider, toggle, and JS. So here you see that I have one interactions. Let's say this kind of tab system is there. I can move from one to another and understand the actual functionality. Now, also he has actually shared some of the use cases that how you can use this HTML in different purpose. So this is a use cases section. First is the specs, planning and exploration. So if you are planning to build something, then also you can use these HTML files and instead of simple markdown. So what prompt he has shared, these are the example prompts. I am not sure what direction to take the onboarding screen. Let's say you are making one onboarding screen and you are not sure that what should be the prototype and what should be the layout, so how it looks. So in that case you can write in this way, generate 6 distinctly different approaches, vary layout, tone and density, and lay them out as a single HTML file in a grid so I can compare them side by side and label with the trade-off it's making. And also another prompt like create a thorough implementation plan in a HTML file. Be sure to make some mockups and show data flow and add important code snippets I might want to review and make it easy to read and digest. So let's say before building any project, you have implemented one plan using the plan mode, and you have that plan mode, you can read that, but that is also in the form of text, right? So instead of that text, you can convert that plan mode to the HTML and you can visualize that. And it will be very clear to you and also all of the team members that what you are trying to achieve, what you are trying to build, right? And these are the use cases like exploring multiple visual designs, exploring other ways to implement something in code. So basically, I will give this website link in description which he has created, and there if you go to this exploration and planning section that I just discussed. So if I show you this one, okay, here you see he's asking show me 3 different ways to implement debound search for the task filter input in our React code base. It is an existing code base with trade-offs for each. So here you see um, it has created 3 different approaches how you can use the custom debound search and also the trade-offs. And in the form of HTML, it has placed these 3 different approaches side by side so that you can visualize the code snippet also and the pros and cons for each of these approaches. And later it will also recommend that which approach you should follow, and if you don't follow the approach 2, then if you follow the approach 3, then what are the trade-offs and what are the pros and cons. Okay, so it is easily visualizable than the text format, right? So next if I show you this one, here you see code review. So in the code review section, if you just open any of this, let's say this pull request. So you have a one pull request and you want to understand that what that pull request contains. Here you see this is the pull request, add optimistic updates to task list mutations. Now you can ask any of the AI coding agent, let's say Claude Code or Codex, that please make a HTML file for this pull request, and you can give this pull request number, and after that here you see in the form of detailed way it will create the pull request, means when it was opened and who created this pull request, and from which branch this pull request created, and how many files got changed, and also what this pull request does. In the form of summary it will explain, and also this risk map, and also in which files what are the changes he did, and also the explanation of these changes. And here you see line by line it has explained, and also the next steps that you should follow, it has explained it. And not only that, if you explain it, here you see that in this toast.tss file what changes he did, and he did this kind of changes that add a variant warning style and export push toast. These changes he did, and is these changes safe or not, that is also clearly written that yes, these changes is safe, so you can merge it, right? So you see that it is very much helpful for all of us. And not only that, here you see that in the form of div, let's say previously this was the code and after that you created this simple code. So this div format also will help you to understand that what actually got changed, and if there is no div, here you see this is the new code that you have added, right? So it is clearly visible that what you actually did, and if you want to merge it, then is there any risk or not. Not only that, here you see for the design purpose, it will help you for the prototyping purpose, it will help you. Okay, and let's say this clickable flow that I have already shown you, this clickable flow. Okay, so after this, okay, this kind of flow you can create. Let's say this one. So sidebar drag to recorder. Okay, so here you see that this is a kind of up down slide bar. You can actually view it before implementing it in your project. Okay, so what you actually can do with this up down slide bar means, or you can say the drag and drop feature. So these are the features you can read it. Okay, so in this way you can actually create this HTML file to understand before implement the design. And another interesting thing is that you can share this HTML file with anyone, and let's say with your manager or with your tech lead, you can share it. And also if there is any non-coding person, with them also you can share it and they can easily understand it. Okay, you don't have to explain it in line by line, or you don't have to explain it in a call. You can simply share the HTML file and he will easily understand, right? So this is a thing, guys. And also here you see for each of these use cases, like custom editing interface, what are the use cases means where you can use this for reordering, triaging, bucketing, anything, editing structure config. So what I will do that I will keep this blog post link and also this website link in description, so you can go through this document and all of the use cases he mentioned for all of these areas. Like these are the areas. For all of these areas, he has shared the prompt and also the use cases. You will get the idea what to do, right? So I hope that you got the idea and this detailed step-by-step explanation. If you want to get this kind of videos more daily, don't forget to subscribe this channel. Don't forget to like this video also. See you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Take care.